it's Nia. Welcome back to another video. I'm so excited. So for the month of August, I made my journal Bridgerton themed. I'm sure you've seen the Netflix romantic drama. And the reason I chose Bridgerton themed is because at the end of this month, or like I'm gonna be going to the Queen's Ball, the Bridgerton experience, and I'm super excited. So I wanted to make it all themed, and I'll share some photos later as well. But here we go. I wanted this whole little journal for this month to just be like as cute, and like I was just so excited for like this whole like aesthetic of Regency and all of it, and like flowers and bees, and you know I love me some flowers and bees. But here I am doing my signature, not my signature, but you know, tracing and transferring because I cannot draw. So I have my cover. I chose one of the posters for season 2. I thought this one would be the best because I didn't want to have to do like too many details on the people, and I'm just gonna color it in so that it's kind of a silhouette situation to make it super simple and like as cute as can be. And then on my page here, again, every single page is gonna have trace and transfer. I wanted to get as many of the characters in this journal as possible. So, and between the 2 seasons that have come out so far, my favorite one is season 2. I love me an enemies to lovers romance, and I just love Kate and Anthony. Love their whole little, they've got the banter, and that's what makes my heart happy. So there is stuff incorporated from season 1, but it's mostly season 2. We've got Newton the Corgi, we've got the Lady Whistledown icon, and then I have that moment where their hands are about to touch after Anthony, spoiler, proposed to Edwina, Kate's sister, and he has to go in for a meeting with the Queen. And then on the page next to it, I'm gonna have Lady Danbury and Lady Violet and the Queen herself on that page under my mood tracker. But this whole thing, it was just so much. I enjoyed so much putting this journal together, and something that was like just well, it wasn't a lot, but because Bridgerton is like new-ish, like it's only been out for like 2 years, when I was looking to see if there was any like other people who had done Bridgerton themed or Regency themed bullet journal months, I could not find anything. There was nothing, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna have to like make up all of these pages from scratch, like legitimately, like no inspo. There's gonna be nothing posted in the inspo thing because there was nothing. Well, that's not true. I got all these little pictures from somewhere, so that's what'll be posted in my inspiration, is all these little stickers that I found that people made, and I used those. I sized them of how large I wanted them, printed them out, cut them, and scribbled all over the back. I ran through so many pencils because there is just so much tracing and transferring for all of these pages. The pencils were dying. But there is also like a lot of little details, and I don't usually do that many details in my journal or like in the pictures that I draw, because I don't know if I've mentioned this before, just in case I haven't mentioned this before, I don't know if I've told you or not, but I can't draw. That joke is gonna get old. But and so I try to do like simple drawings, but these were really detailed, and I knew I was not going to be able to freehand them. And then I chose some other moments for this page. I love that moment at the dinner with the Bridgertons and the Sharmas where Benedict is just completely high on his mystery tea that he stole from Colin, and just all, if you haven't, you should go back, rewatch season 2, and just watch Benedict whenever he's in the background, because he has all these moments that are just so hilarious and just would have me like dying laughing, even if he was like out of focus in the background. Like he would make these expressions. This scene here, when he's doing that and just like giggling his little silly brain off. And then the other part was when they were at the wedding and the priest is like, he's giving his little sermon before the vows, and the priest, I don't know if you were listening to what the priest was saying, but he was saying some wild things, and I was like, is anyone listening to what he's saying? And Benedict's face in the background, he's just like, this is, he was having, we were making the same expressions the first time I watched the episode, and it was just so funny. And here we go, we've got Diamond, oh my gosh. By the by, I thought, I don't know what Daphne and Simon's ship name is, but I've been calling them Diamond. Like Diamond with no, like the D isn't there. Cause I was like, that freaking, it works so well. It works so well, it's so cute. If that's not their ship name, it should be. I don't know what it is if it's not that, but that's why I just said that. But there's my moment of having Daphne and Simon, and this whole page, everything just turned out so cute. And it took me 2 days to do all of this. It took me 2 days of planning, sketching, erasing stuff that was wrong, trying out like layouts of trying to figure out how to fit everything into the journal. But it worked out, and I was really happy with the end result, and just me like trying things and seeing if it worked, and then going back, and once I figured everything out, tracing everything, then going back over, inking everything down. That took so long. Just what I'm doing right now in the video, inking everything down, was like the longest portion of all of this. Second, I would say inking everything down, sketching would be second place because I was mostly just tracing things, and then coloring was third, and planning was like the smallest portion. But it took 2 days to do this. As you're watching the video, you will notice the lighting changing, because I would start recording in the morning, and then it would be like night by the time I would finish, or like early evening and the sun is starting to go down, and it happened twice each day. I had my time lapse on my phone set to I believe I had it, I knew I wanted this video to be longer. I have been putting out shorter videos just because I have time constraints, and I knew I wanted this one to be longer, so I have some sections are set for it to record 1 second for every 30 seconds of time, and then I also have some clips where it's set to record 1 second for every 15 seconds of time, is like the ratio. And so this video did come out being much longer than normal, but I hope you enjoyed it. I think I make up for how long the video is with having all of this fantastic Bridgerton. Oh my god, my hair, don't look at it. All this amazing Bridgerton soundtrack in the background. I hope you're enjoying that. YouTube's gonna like copyright strike the hell out of this video, but that's okay. I'm not making money on this channel anyways. It's fine. All of the songs that are playing are going to be listed in the description below, so you can look at the playlist if you're like, what's this song? They're all in order as well. Most of them are covers of pop songs, and a few of them are like original backing that they made for the show. And so when I was figuring out what I wanted to do for my trackers, the first thing that I absolutely knew, I don't know if you just heard that sound I made with my mouth. If you did, I'm sorry. If not, ignore. We're gonna keep going. But I knew I wanted to do a tracker with the Pall Mall mallets and the balls and the little gates. I don't know what they're called. The little hoops. I don't play any sports that involve this equipment, so I don't know what it's called. And they're so cute, and I was super excited about that. That was like the first thing that I knew I wanted to do. I didn't know if I wanted it to be my task tracker, if I wanted it to be my mood tracker, but I knew it was going to be incorporated somehow. And it was mostly just me figuring out the layout of how it was going to look on the page and how big everything needed to be in order for it, the ratios of the mallets and everything to look semi-correct. But it worked out, and it was super cute, and it turned out so cute. And as I've been coloring it in, I recorded my videos at the end of July, and I'm doing this voiceover at the end of August. So I've filled out most of my journal at this point, and having everything all colored in and filled out, it looks so cute. I don't think I'm gonna post any photos of what it looks like completed, because that's for me. It's for me. But you can use your imagination. But here I'm tracing out Lily Violet. I couldn't find they didn't have any stickers from the people who I used for the other ones. And so I was having to search for a photo for her. And then I finally found one, and then I had to go back and do all the other stuff. This video was not sponsored by Goldfish, but they were delicious, and they were right in the corner of here. I believe this is day 2 is where we are in this video now. But it doesn't matter, it's fine. No, my gosh, my head, I hate when I lean too far into the camera and my head, even if my hair is done, I hate being in the camera. I don't like it. Just look at my hands and my arms and just focus on the journal. That's all you need to see. And it gets hard sometimes because I typically will lean really far over my journals when I'm working on them, and just based off of the position of how high the table is and how high the seat is, sometimes I would lean really close and I wouldn't realize it, and then I'd be like, oh, I have to back up, and so that's what's happening there. And I've done that in every single one of my videos. It's just that other times it wasn't always caught because I had my time lapse set up differently, so they weren't caught, or if it was like a millisecond of me on the screen. But here's my bees. I decided to make some of them brown and some of them black. I was gonna make all of them brown, but I forgot, and I started making them black, and then I remembered, so then I just mixed it up a bit, and I think it turned out cool. I think I wanted to go for the brown because I wanted a softer color palette. Yes, here we are working on Newton. Oh my goodness. For the bees and just this whole journal for the month, I wanted it to be a softer color palette. So I wasn't trying to use blacks or dark. Oh, that was my new cat. I don't know if you just saw in the corner of the screen. That's my new cat, Marcy. She was given to us by a friend. So she sometimes like to pop through and will crawl through the bottom of the table, but anyways, sorry. I wanted a softer color palette for this video, for this journal. I'm not gonna go back and correct this. I've been having problems with my software and my recording thing, and my recording instrument. I hope the audio sounds better. I just got this new audio interface, and so hopefully it sounds crisper and better, but I've been having so many problems trying to get this video up that you're just gonna have to suffer through me and my flubs. Anyway, so I was avoiding blacks, really dark blues, you know, things like that were in that family, dark grays. I wanted it to keep it like light pastel colors or pastel adjacent. Like this turquoise hat comes up a lot, and the purples, because I wanted to use Bridgerton colors for my color palette. So there's a lot of purples, a lot of blues, and because, you know, there's the bee motif in Bridgerton, I have bees as well. So there's like yellows and greens, flower colors, all of that is incorporated into my color palette, is how I chose to go about that. And then here I'm inking down the matrons of the show, and oh, it looks so cool. I'm gonna keep saying it. It might be strange to like keep congratulating myself and like patting myself on the back, but I did a good job. I came up with my layout all by myself, and I usually don't do that because I like my journal to be as stress-free as possible. So I usually will just I'll use my inspiration that I find on Pinterest and the like, and will use those to figure out what I want, or just straight up copy the same thing for my journal. But no, I did everything myself this time, and the only thing I had help with was the character sketches. But everything was so cool. And if you want the stickers, like I said, those are going to be linked down in the description. And like a lot of the stickers that I used to trace the characters, like I just printed these out, but on like regular paper to do this. But there are people who were selling them as like stickers that you can get, and you can decorate your journal if you prefer to use stickers, or whatever else you may put your stickers on. I like to put stickers on, you know, laptops or books. My dresser's covered in stickers. I have a glow-in-the-dark Star Wars sticker on there. I have gone very much into a tangent. That's what happens when your video is almost a half hour long. But I'm gonna switch back to talking about Bridgerton. I'm super excited for the ball. It's in 2 days. For me, it's in 2 days. I'll be going in 2 days. I'm going with one of my best friends and my sister, and I'm so excited. Yesterday, or the day before yesterday, I like got all of my stuff. Everything had arrived, and I've put all of my outfit together, and I was doing makeup and hair tests. I think I'm gonna throw in some photos at the end of like what I have. I'm not gonna show you what I look like yet because I don't have any pictures of me, but just so you can see what I have a purple dress, and it has like flowers on the bodice of the dress, because I wanted it to be like, it's not a Regency style dress at all, but it's like a plum grapey color purple. There's flowers on the bodice. I know I just said that. And I have a halo headband, because I have an afro. My hair is afro, and I'm gonna have my halo headband has flowers along the headband, and they're like gold. It looks so cool. I got it from this really awesome shop on Etsy. I have just fallen in love with Etsy. Like I knew there was great stuff on there. But I have said like so many times, but I wasn't always going on Etsy because I usually wasn't looking always for super specific things. I was wanting generic things that were more affordable, but there's a bunch of stuff like that on Etsy. I just wasn't looking, but I found this amazing crown and this headband, and it looks like a crown. It's so cool. I'm gonna put a picture of that on there for sure, and it looks awesome with my afro. So cool. Side note, I've just been looking for this past like year or two. I've been trying to like find cool ways to style my afro with like all like different types of hair accessories, and it's been a fun journey for me. Just so many cool things that I like to do. And same thing here on this page, just inking down the characters. We've got the core trio for the season. The Viscount Lord Anthony Bridgerton, Miss Kate Sharma, and Miss Edwina Sharma. Newton unfortunately did not make the cut on this page, but he's on the other page, so he's there, but he's on this page in spirit, okay? And then we've got the queen, our other queen, you know, the lady of the hour, Miss Penelope Featherington. I'm so excited for season 3. I read the first 3 books and the seasons fully, and I started reading the 4th book. I'm sorry. I read the first 4 books and I started the 5th book. And if you don't know, the order of the stories is Daphne, Anthony, Benedict, and then Penelope and Colin, and then the 5th book is Eloise. And I'm excited. There are some things that I hope they do in season 3 that were like scenes that I was Okay, I'm gonna explain because what I just said was gibberish. So, at the end of season 2, there's a scene or there's a moment after Eloise has confronted Penelope about her being Lady Whistledown and like ruining her reputation and her life and everything. Penelope goes and is searching for Eloise, and then she overhears Colin talking with this group of guys about how he would never court Penelope, and then Penelope runs away crying. And oh my gosh, I don't know why my voice just did that, but I was devastated in that moment because there is a scene that is similar to that in the books, in Benedict's book, where in the book, Colin is walking with Anthony and Benedict into the Bridgerton house, and Penelope is leaving, and Colin is complaining about how Lady Violet has focused all of her attentions about marriage onto him because Daphne's married, Anthony is married, and Benedict has like a secret love who Violet knows about, or she has suspicions about, so she's stopped messing with him, and so she's only focusing on Colin. And one of the brothers, I believe, just makes a comment like, well, if you would just marry Penelope Featherington, she would leave you alone. And Colin yells out, I will never marry Penelope Featherington. And Penelope just happens to be standing right behind them, and they're all like, Colin, you're an asshole. I'm sorry if you were, I don't think I've ever cursed in any of these videos before, but that's why they're not marked for children. But yeah, they're like, Colin, you're a jerk. And Penelope, and I love this moment, Colin is like, I'm never gonna marry Penelope Featherington. And then they all see Penelope, and Penelope's like, well, I never asked you to. And then she leaves like a boss, and it was a fantastic moment, and I wish they had did that in the show. And if they didn't do it then, but they better do it in season 3. They better have an equivalent moment where Penelope has this awesome moment of badassery where, like, even though she's heartbroken, she doesn't let any of them know. But yeah, I just got really passionate about that, but it is what it is. And I'm gonna read you the quotes that are on my gratitude page. They're all quotes from the book and show. I hope I can see this clearly because it's super tiny. Something just came unplugged. No, it didn't. I'm sorry. A lot's happening with me right now. So we have the amazing Flawless My Dear. We have, next up we have Lady Danbury's quote, "I sharpened my wit, my wardrobe, and my eye, and I made myself the most terrifying creature in any room I entered." Then we have, "You are not a fool. You merely believed yourself in love. One should never apologize for that." Penelope Featherington. Next, we have, "You deserve nothing less. You deserve everything your heart desires." Simon Bassett. And then finally, we have, "Just because something is not perfect does not make it any less worthy of love." Daphne Bridgerton. Those were the quotes below the gratitude page. And then here we have my writing tracker. I love this page so much. It's so cute. I love having this like free space on this page to kind of just do whatever I want there. I can put pictures, I can put quotes. I just like so much that it's like this free space. I don't do doodle pages or anything like that because I don't use my journal like that where I would just have a section to mindlessly doodle in it. But this kind of area for me serves a similar purpose where I can kind of put whatever I want there, and it's just this free space to do with whatever I want to. And I always have so much fun like picking out what I want to put there. And I think this is one of my favorite pages that I've done this whole year. Yeah. And then just the frame around around this image here of Anthony and Kate in the garden. By the way, I'm so glad they changed this for the show, because when I read the book, I watched the show before I read the book. I saw season 1 and 2 before I read any of the books. But when I read what happened in the book, I was like, what? It did not make sense. If you don't know what happens in the book, Anthony and Kate are in the garden and they're talking, and then the bee flies and it lands on Kate, and Anthony freaks out. It stings her, and then something that was not cute at all, in my opinion, is that Anthony like grabs her and like pulls her dress aside a little bit, and he tries to suck the bee venom out of her, and Kate is just like, "Get off of me, what are you doing?" And then they're caught by the mothers. They're caught by his mother, Lady Mary, and the biggest gossip this side of the ton has ever known, Lady Featherington, and then they're forced to marry because of it. There's no engagement to Edwina that ever happens in the books. In the books, Edwina did not even like the Viscount. She was like the only person, well, she wasn't the only, but like she noticed like almost immediately that Kate and Anthony had a vibe, and she was just like content to kind of be their excuse to be around each other, and was very happy for them when they got together. But yeah, but I was very glad that they chose to change that moment in the show. When I found out what actually happened, picturing it in my head, I can't. But anyways, what I was talking about before with the frames. So the frame around Kate and Anthony's garden moment, and then the frame right here around the cover page, they're so cool. So I lied earlier. Not intentionally, but when I said that there was not going to be anything in the inspo section, there will be. There's going to be the stickers, but there's also going to be the inspo for the all of these frames, because that's where I did not come up with those frames on my own. I could have if I wanted to. I've been to many museums this year, but no. I couldn't have. And it just, they look so cool and fun. I wanted them to be really, really like extravagant, like, I don't know. Yeah, that's it. That was the end of the sentence. I just wanted them to be really extravagant because there's the scene in season 1 with Simon and Daphne and the art gallery, and they have their moment. And then there's a scene in season 2 between Anthony and Kate where they are in an art gallery and they have a little moment, and there's just like this amazing art. I think I wasn't looking at it, but I'm assuming amazing art, grand extravagant art is hanging up on these walls, and so I wanted to allude to that. But here are the final results. I'm gonna stop talking. I think maybe not, I might say something, but I hope you enjoyed it. Here's my cover. It turned out super cute. The little pink words, that's the invitation that they say in all the commercials for the Bridgerton ball, the Queen's Experience. Here is my self-care and habit tracker and my mood tracker. The completed pages, they look so cool. I'm so happy. The Queen's dress looks freaking amazing. Here's my completed gratitude log and my daily reflections log. It used to say just reflections. I changed it because I didn't want to have 2 logs. And look at this here, my writing tracker page. I added some quotes in there. You know, you were the bane of my existence and the object of all my desire. The I burn for you line. Oh, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I had fun making this journal. This video took forever to make, but I enjoyed making it. See you next time. Bye.